On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
What now?
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A second down pass play there, but it's in.
Strong against the run of this one. We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this done.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
This is fielded at the 27. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Trey Palmer, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time. And
Going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4.
Seven Pirates, go!
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
That is caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after that first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Jet sweep. Here comes Marshall. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Brian Brzee busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Now Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Levante David in on the tackle. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. Nice job there after the setback. 11 yards, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bucs 5-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Saints nothing.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Carr. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And now a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. To throw is Carr. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derek Carr taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Saints 7. Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
A Nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's taken down here by the Saints. Michael Dana. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. They need 2. Here's third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he is going to have the Bucs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. The Buccaneers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
From midfield, here's Carr. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
And the approach is driving a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. Incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
93.
Throwing his Carr on third down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, New Orleans. A.T. Perry. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Saints 14, Buccaneers 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Into a sea of defenders had intercepted. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Carr going to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And here he'll be run down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll get this out to Kamara.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know you want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perry. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And his kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past. Five it up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, and pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. That's completed right side to Palmer. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw again. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready? 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Michael Dana able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Russell Gage from 19 yards away. And the Buccaneers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Carr to throw. Into the hands of Perry, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Carr now on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody... And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamal Williams. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the... Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2s. Oh, my goodness, 3 or more.
Wow. Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes guys on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Running out of the gun with White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 2nd and 3. It's caught. This is White. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got White here. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw again. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
That is caught. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Here's 1st and goal. White. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Now 2nd down and a few inches. White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, coming a little bit later tomorrow.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Charles, why didn't they just take the lead there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On third down, here's Williams. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or two short. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because